All right, now welcome back. The time now is 4:17 this morning, and we're getting you caught up on the three biggest national headlines from a long-awaited ethics report being released to President-elect Trump trying to take back the Panama Canal, and now the latest on former President Bill Clinton's health. First, let's get you caught up on the latest out of the shocking report into Matt Gaetz. It says there's substantial evidence that former Congressman Matt Gaetz violated House rules. In the report, there's accusations against Gaetz of statutory rape, drug use, getting gifts that weren't allowed, and obstructing Congress. He's denying any wrongdoing.
The House has to hold itself to a higher ethical standard if we're to be, have the trust of the American people. We can have a rich conversation about why the DOJ didn't prosecute, but he broke Florida law. And what he can be held accountable for now is that as a member of the House, we all pledge to hold ourselves to a higher ethics standard that includes not breaking state laws.
Now, Gaetz resigned from Congress last month after President-elect Donald Trump chose him as Attorney General. Gaetz withdrew his name from consideration following backlash.
Okay, the president of Panama is responding after President-elect Donald Trump threatened to retake the Panama Canal. In a recorded statement, Jose Raul Molino says, quote, every square meter of the Panama Canal and its adjacent areas belongs to Panama and will continue to belong to Panama. Yesterday, Trump threatened to take control of the Panama Canal and accused Panama of charging excessive rates to use the Central American Passage. This morning, former President Bill Clinton is in the hospital after coming down with a fever. We're learning he was taken to Georgetown University Hospital yesterday. According to a source close to Clinton, the situation is not urgent. All right, what's going on in this weather right now? I know it's not, well, it's atypical, Scott Connell.
Yeah, we are talking about temperatures that have been well above average through the overnight hours. We've been ahead of a cold front up until about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. And because of that, we were around 50 earlier. Now we're dropping back into the 40s in St. Louis as that front sagging to the south. There are a few showers kind of along and just behind the front off to the northeast of St. Louis and a few more down to the south of us. Most of what we'll see during the next several hours, through the morning anyway, will be south of St. Louis. But there are a few showers from Staunton over towards Coffeen, trying to push towards Vandalia this morning in Illinois. And then you have the area to our south. This area farther south of St. Louis, especially as you go down towards Lesterville, south of Ironton towards Annapolis, that's the area where you're more likely during the day to actually see those showers through the morning and into this afternoon. Now, 3 o'clock into the overnight for the metro area, that's when our rain chances really do ramp up. Those rain showers become much more widespread. You're going to need the rain gear this evening heading out. And with wet roads, it'll take a little longer. So give yourself a few extra minutes traveling this evening. We're mostly in the 40s, but notice Litchfield's at 37, Pittsfield's at 33. They've been behind the front longer. St. Charles has dropped to 41, 44 in Chesterfield, as well as DeSoto right now. So temperatures in the 40s will drop probably over the northern counties into the 30s for a bit, but still well above freezing. This is your forecast into this afternoon. Here we are, 3:30. Those showers really spreading into the metro area. They stick with us into the evening hours. Most of our southern counties stay wet for much of the day. This is taking us towards midnight, so 11:30 if you go to midnight mass tonight. We're talking widespread showers across the area in the 40s, so it's not terrible. And there won't be a lot of wind either. Tomorrow morning, we're still looking at showers around, and it looks like they'll linger a little longer tomorrow for many of us. Eventually, during the afternoon and evening hours, we tend to push that off to the east and give us at least a little bit of a break. 44 right now. Winds have turned to the north at 6 miles per hour. Our forecast today really brings the shower chances into the metro as we head towards 3 to 5 o'clock this afternoon. Next 7 days, more showers tomorrow into the upper 40s. How about 50s on Thursday? Still could have some showers around, although the big surge of moisture comes Thursday night and into early on Friday, with the potential of some rumbles of thunder in there. Friday night into Saturday could do it again. And look at Saturday, 63 for the high. Right through the weekend and through the end of the year, temperatures are above average. As soon as we hit the first of the year, bam, it's going to get chilly once again.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Scott, for that. We'll keep an eye on those temperatures. And over the past year, we've covered thousands of stories in the St. Louis area.
Yes, and some of those stories, Diamond, have made an impression on you and all of us here at 5 on your side. Here's our Travis Cummings.
Hi, my name is Travis Cummings, co-anchor of Today in St. Louis Weekend Edition. I told my most memorable story of 2024 back in October. A woman by the name of Kanisha Anthony endured a really terrible house fire in Florissant. A chimney was set off and it blackened out her entire house. Only soot left behind. There was nothing. She and her family at the time, 5 people were in the house. Thankfully, they were all able to get out safe. But we cover these fires all the time, but the beauty of this one and the silver lining is that Kanisha Anthony had endured a house fire as a child that left burns all over her body. Despite that, she had a couple of things going on this particular night. Her son was headed to homecoming. She was pregnant with her 4th child, and her daughter was celebrating a birthday party. And this mother was really so strong in making sure that all of those things still happened that night and that week. In fact, I checked in with her just a couple of days ago, and she is a mother to a baby boy named Zion. But this story really is a testament to the strength in our community, and I love being able to follow families' journeys in both tragedy and triumph. And so that is the most memorable story for me in 2024.
It's been overwhelming. I think we're still kind of in shock.
It's hard to lay eyes on.
We don't have our clothes, we don't have beds, we don't have anything.
Kanisha Anthony and her family's home in Florissant in ruins after catching fire. They were playing Monopoly Thursday night near the fireplace in their family room when it started.
My husband noticed a different kind of smell, and he went and put the fire out with the extinguisher. And all of a sudden, they saw the walls bubbling up.
Fire officials told Anthony it was a chimney fire caused by the reigniting of hazardous and flammable residues left in the flue. This family was in a season of celebration. Anthony's pregnant with her 4th child.
This was the baby nursery that we had just finished.
The mother was getting her son ready for homecoming.
This is where we were sitting as I was trying to get his hair ready.
Deflated balloons lay on the dining room floor for her daughter's birthday.
I lost my new bedroom. My mom just finished it for my birthday.
Sadly, fire is familiar to this family, but thankfully, survival is too.
I was in a house fire when I was 4 years old, and that one was tragic. I lost 2 of my brothers in that fire. That's where all my scars come from now. And my husband is also a burn survivor.
Despite the trauma,
I want my son to still experience his first homecoming. So as I ran out, I grabbed a suit and we still got him to his homecoming that night.
Meanwhile, thousands of dollars have poured into a GoFundMe.
Blessing us in so many ways. And I can't even, sometimes my tears come from that.
Right now, what's left behind is all this family needs.
It's just a house, and my mom's trying her best to still make us all happy.
None of us were harmed. With that, I feel like I can't complain.
Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
And later this morning, we're going to have all of our memorable stories from 2024 on 5+. You can watch the Hour special starting at 7 this morning after Today in St. Louis. And a price spike for chocolate. Coming up in our next half hour on Today in St. Louis, a breakdown of what's driving this expensive trend. And don't forget, we want to hear from you. This is a team effort. You can text us anytime. Just pull out your phone and save the number on your screen. You know it. It's 314-425-5355. You can send us your news, tips, photos, or interact with us about the topics you see right here on Today in St. Louis.